Alright, hey guys, it is Chris here again with another video. In this video today, well, we're looking at the Phillipsburg Mall. Now you may be asking, why are we looking at the Phillipsburg Mall? As you know, Phillipsburg Mall has been on a decline. The mall has lost a lot of tenants, and it's really sad what's happening to this mall. I think there's only about like 30 stores or something. Or no, probably less. I think like 20 or something like that. Yeah. So anyways, so it was just announced on Friday, November 2nd, 2017, that the Sears and Roebuck store would be closing in January of 2018, later in January of 2018, which they'll probably announce even more store closings. So we'll have to wait and see about that one. So first, let's get a view of this lovely store. So obviously it's just one floor, obviously. So right over here is the west entrance of the Sears and Roebuck store. You could see it says "Hello Phillipsburg" right there. Um, it's a much newer looking store since it opened up in 1989 along with the mall. So this is the west entrance of the Sears and Roebuck store. That's the sign. That's the west sign for the Sears and Roebuck store. That's the entrance of the Sears and Roebuck store. The west entrance, at least, of the Sears and Roebuck store. So anyways, so this is a good shot right here. The corner. These are two signs. This is the west sign, and then right over here is the north sign, along with the north entrance of the Sears and Roebuck store. And you can see it says it right there, Sears, Roebuck and Company. Very interesting that they would have that at this store. And then right over here is the very small Sears Auto Center with only one garage. I guess it's all under one building, I guess. But very interesting that they would have that. Looks like some diamond lane or something. I don't know why they'd have that. Well, let's read this. Let's read this plaque. It looks like these are some plaques. So again, you can see the Auto Center, the Sears Auto Center. Um, Again, ironically, I mean, it's very interesting that they would close this store, but I mean, you could see why that they're letting this store go. So right over there is the other end of the garage where we looked previous earlier. So right over here is the loading dock of the Sears and Roebuck store. And then right over here is the other side, the west side of the Sears and Roebuck store, which includes the merchandise pickup and the north entrance of the Sears and Roebuck store. So see, right there it says merchandise pickup, and then right over here it says Sears, Roebuck and Company. Ironically, this mall is about less than 5 minutes away from the border, and it's also a quick ride over to Lehigh Valley. So the reason why this mall is failing is because of Lehigh Valley Mall being close in proximity, as well as Bridgewater Commons being pretty close too. So I think that's why this mall isn't doing too great. So it might die in the next 2 years or something. It might close, and they might redevelop it into something else. Maybe reclaim it as farmland. Who knows? But it is really sad to see this Sears go. So anyways, so now we're gonna go ahead and switch over to this article right here and show you guys what I mean. So right over here is the Sears and Roebuck store. And you can see that the A isn't lit up like all the others. You can see, the low maintenance here. They just can't afford it anymore. Sears and Roebuck. It's really sad of what's happening to them. You could see that there's no one, or you could see that there's no one walking in the mall. So it's a dead mall. I mean, a dead mall on a Sears closing, it kind of makes sense. Phillipsburg Mall is set to close on January 18th. So this guy named John Kovaski was there when it opened in 1989, and he's going to be there when it closes in 2018. So about a 28-year run, which isn't bad. So he stated that he opened it up as a manager, and now he's closing it as a part-time employee, and he's a Belvedere resident. So that's pretty cool, though, that you've been there the entire time. That's pretty hard to commit. That's like 28. That's like 28 years of his life, although really 26 because he said that he took a year or two off for retirement. So he said it's been a great store. So again, John Kovaski, again, shout out goes to you for making this Sears store a great store, and I hope you enjoy the final days of that store. I know you're probably gonna miss it because it's been a part of your life, but definitely enjoy it as much as you can. So it's along with 17 other Sears store and 45 Kmart's that was announced on Thursday. The liquidation sales are expected to begin next week. And the final day for this store will be sometime in late January, while the Auto Center is expected to close sometime in December. So again, he said, 7 Kmart and Sears stores, Pennsylvania, outside of Lehigh Valley. So really, just again, just more Kmart stores. I don't really care about that. But anyways, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and shift gears. Again, this is just the last view of it. And ironically, before I move on to the next topic here, I just wanted to go over the anchor stores here at the Philipsburg Mall. So, Kohl's at Phillipsburg, which is right here. You have Bonton's right there, and Penny's became an antique store. Penny's closed, I believe, back in 2015, as the company is still struggling to this day. They're probably going to close another set of stores this next year, probably, most likely. But they are revitalizing the outside of this mall. Like they're adding Panera Bread, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Taco Bell. So they're somewhat revitalizing it, but they're not like pouring money into it. I really wish it would, but it's I guess it's whatever, I guess, and there's nothing else you can really do about this mall. Unfortunately, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that H&M hasn't closed either. So they might relocate to Lehigh Valley, though, I would imagine, and also Colonial Park. You have that too. Let's get one more shot of this mall. You can see where it is. There's not a lot of land, farms, and stuff around it. Anyway, so now we're going to go ahead and shift gears over to the mall at Short Hills, just because I don't feel like making 2 videos today. So the mall at Short Hills is right here, and now, after almost a year later, because Saks closed the last year in 2016, so it was just confirmed on November 2nd, 2017, that a Canadian chain called Indigo, it's not the Indigo Hotel, it's a chain called Indigo Books. It's pretty much a Canadian version of Barnes & Noble, which is struggling here in the U.S. So Indigo has committed plans to come into the U.S., and they're opening up their first store at the mall at Short Hills in the former space which once housed Saks Fifth Avenue, which stupidly Hudson Bay pulled out of because, oh, we wanted to open up an American Dream. Yeah, really, you don't close in Short Hills. Short Hills is such a nice mall. I don't know why Hudson Bay made that stupid decision to pull out of Short Hills. I think that was very, very dumb of them. So this now is going to become a bookstore, and I don't know how much real estate, I don't know how much space they're going to take. They said they're going to take up 30,000 square feet. Now, I don't know if they're going to modify the Saks or they're going to be on one level, so I don't know what the full thing is going to be, but I do believe that they're coming into this store. It'll be interesting to see them come in. So again, it says Indigo Books and Music as rumors the U.S., so they're Canadian. The store is slated to open in summer of 2018. So yes, it is confirmed that it's going in Saks Fifth Avenue in the 100,000 square feet store. I think most likely they're probably going to modify it. But they are trying to get into the U.S. because they're really struggling right now. Pretty much everyone in retail is struggling now, but it'll be interesting to see a Canadian store at this one. And ironically, Barnes & Noble has a location in Livingston, so we'll see how that one works out for them. Anyways, guys, so thank you for watching this video. So Sears and Roebuck is closing down, and Indigo Books is opening up at Short Hills. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video, and that's it.